It can be very high, especially for data that is continuously being generated. So if you think of use cases where you have a data source and you're continuously receiving new data and generating new files, though that adds up to possibly a poor layout of the data, that if you don't pay close attention to it, you don't organize that in a good way, then your query performance, your cost of querying, that's going to go very high. And we have looked at various use cases for that. That spans a good amount of telemetry use cases, security use cases. For all those, we have observed like pretty significant performance improvement and in cost savings as well. Because again, if you are taking less time, fewer resources to process a query, you're spending less time on less money on those resources. It has been this trend since the old days of the data lake, that we want to bring more and more of the data workloads into object stores, distributed file systems, which we keep calling data lake. Data lake is the high level concept, but we want to keep bringing more and more of that. Data lake houses is a new step in that evolution. And so the way I see, we're going to keep doing more and more of that, bringing more and more, because there are many, many benefits of doing it this way. You have a centralized storage system, is decoupled from the query engine, so you can use any query engine you want. You can use multiple if you want. Has all the flexibility, no vendor lock-in. There are lots of benefits, and so I see the technology evolving in a way that I will be doing more and more of that. And how we fit into this picture, we play a pretty important role in managing that data for the user. Of course, when there are all these moving parts in a stack, you end up in a situation that there are many things that you have to do yourself. And building a layer that allows you to automate a lot of those maintenance tasks that you want to do, that you have to do regularly, right? So that's very important, and we are here to do that. If you think about traditional database architectures, there is the storage engine layer that does exactly that kind of extra work between storage and query engines, and so we are that essentially for the data lakehouse space. As a general statement, I think we always have to be careful about how we use our technology we develop. It doesn't matter if it's AI or something else. So as a general statement, I think we have to be careful about what we do with AI. It's very powerful. It's actually rather impressive when I think, when I was doing machine learning related work 10 years ago, and now I see things like ChatGPT. It has gone a long ways, and it has evolved quite a bit. And I think now more than ever it has a pretty big chance of impact to the society, and we have to be careful about how we use those tools. As a parent, I worry about how my kids were going to use it, and if they're going to become super lazy and never do anything ever again, like homework is all through ChatGPT. So I hope it doesn't get to that, but that's just a very simple example of how we need to pay attention of how this is being used. As for robots, killing us, I don't know, maybe it gets to that, but I don't see it right now. So it's great. My first impression, I wanna convey this. When I entered in the SQL hall, I think was the first time that I delivered a talk over grass. I have never done that before, and that was awesome. And especially with the whole topic of peace, love, and code, I felt it was like in the Woodstock of data. So I think it's awesome. I really like the environment. I really like the venue. I really like the people. The organization has been, spotless. So I like it. I recommend it. If I can continue coming in future years, I will definitely do.